Well, hey Heights family, Pastor Justin here. Welcome to Summit Up, the Summit Up Devo series. And we're still talking about the different couples of people and the different relationships that they have and the different aspects of those relationships. And I want to share with you a story, and really I'm just going to touch the story, but I want to talk about something specific about their relationship. And the story comes from 2 Kings, really chapter 1, and it's the story of Elijah and Elisha. And I may or may not get those a little mixed up because they're just so close together. But Elijah was in essence Elisha's mentor. And that's what I want to talk about today. Is one of the things in my life as a Jesus follower is I've had two things in my life. I've had somebody that mentored me, and I've had somebody that I've poured into. And I don't like being considered a mentor, but that's kind of what it is. I'm passing on what's been given to me. Now, the good thing is, and the beautiful thing is, I only need to be a few steps ahead of somebody else that I'm passing on what I've already learned along the way. But I also need somebody in my life pouring into me. When you read the story, one of the things that Elisha wanted from Elijah was what was known as a double portion of his spirit. In fact, when you read the records of these two people, Elijah performed so many miracles and Elisha performed specifically a double amount. So if it was 7 for one, it was 14 for the other, and I think those are the numbers, but don't quote me on that. But I do know that that math is true, that Elisha performed a double amount of miracles than Elijah did. There's a great movie, and I want to tell you a little bit about my story, about my mentor. There's a great movie. If you've seen it, it's the Lord of the Rings series. And in a nutshell, it's about this ring that is all evil, and it controls people, and it brings people to the darkness, and it's entrusted to this young little short hobbit named Frodo. And it's his job to take it to Mount Doom and throw it into the volcano, and it's this journey that they're going to go along with. And Aragorn, the king, who wasn't really a king at this moment, says, I can't carry your burden for you. But what you have is you have my sword. This is a replica of the Aragorn sword, and it was actually given to me by my mentor. Because we can't always carry one another's burdens, but we can fight alongside of them. We do that in Jesus, through prayer. See, I can't carry the burdens of the people that I mentor, but they can have my sword. They can have me fight alongside of them in prayer and pray for them. They can have my experience and my wisdom in battle. In a lack of a better term, it's the idea of what I know and I've learned alongside of Jesus of how to navigate pain, journeys through healing, restoration. And I also need somebody whose sword has been there before me who can teach me these things. They can teach me the way of how to live my life that looks more like Jesus along the way. See, I have multiple mentors, but one specifically I think of as the one who gave me this, and he shared that to me. He says, look, I can't carry your ministry for you, but you have my sword. You have my prayers with you. You have my heart with you, alongside of you along the way, and it's your job to pass it on to somebody else someday. So when thinking about Elijah and Elisha, here's my question to you is, who is your mentor? Do you have one? Do you have one that points you to Jesus? I'm not talking about business or sports because those are great. I'm talking about one that helps you move to higher places in your faith with Christ. I'm also telling you, who are you pouring into? Who have you come alongside of and said, let's just have coffee, and you share with them life and the journey and the wisdom that God has given you along the way. And I'm not talking Christian platitudes. I'm talking about the stuff that God has walked with you through, that you've experienced his goodness so that you can pass it on to somebody else. Church, that's my encouragement and challenge to you. Who are those people in your life? And if you can't answer that question with a name quickly, I encourage you to start praying about it. because God has someone for you to pass it on to, and someone to pass it on to you. He's got someone for you, but you got to be willing and open to do it. Church, thanks so much for joining me today. God bless you. We'll see you next time.